Hey guys, thanks for checking back in. It's been about a year. It's been pretty crazy. I didn't realize it was that long. Got busy, had a bunch of stuff going on, had some health things dealing with about the end of the last year. So everything's good, and finally got a bunch of work done on that bad boy there. Obviously, that's why you're here for this video. So let's get into it. Well, guys, here it is. It's about, I'd say 85, 90% done. I got some interior stuff to do. About to fire it up next week. Just waiting. It turned out that my tuner, I wanted to do it this week, but he was on vacation, I guess, with the kids off of school and stuff like that. So it is what it is. But buttoned up a couple of other little things today. The car's looking, obviously, as you can see, this thing came out unbelievable. Way beyond my expectations. Still got some covers to throw on, like the radiator support and stuff. Dial in some of the wiring. Once I know this thing fires up, put the coils here, and then I ran some long coils over there, so the spark plug wires. So I want to make sure that everything works before I tidy them up and wrap them up and everything. But everything's on. All the coil lines are done. Radiator has another support that goes to those two front bolts there. But I'm gonna put all that stuff on next week and actually run some water through it before we start it. Make sure there's no leaks. I added a couple of different things. I added the twin gold Motion Raceworks catch cans there. Originally I had black ones, but I feel like I needed a little bit more gold in here. And I'm actually waiting on new flaps. I had these powder coated, and it turns out I kept scratching the left one, getting it in. I guess it, like up in here was a little bit too thin of clearance. So I reached out to Profil Performance. They're making me new ones, and they're going to be anodized because the anodizing is a lot thinner than the powder coating. So I shouldn't have any issues. They're actually supposed to ship them out any day from Australia. So I could still run the car because the outer ones are actually, they're block off plates. So the inner one is actually the only one that breathes. You can see in there, I got the twin, those are the top, that's the top fuel rail, all wired in, injectors are in, and then the bottom rail is down there. So we're running two sets of injectors. And one of the most important, like coolest things I think about this whole setup is that this is the TPS sensor. And this is actually the wiring for the TPS sensor. So it actually looks like a fuel line, but there's actually wires in there. Same goes for this middle line right here. That's all the wiring for the top fuel rail injectors. So that was actually a bitch because there's a lot of, it was like 8 wires plus 4, I broke up to 4 power wires to actually power all the injectors. So it was actually a tight fit in that dash 10 line, but came out awesome. And then that wraps around and goes down into the go through the firewall and into the inside. Catch can lines. This is the throttle cable. I don't love the way this is, but I can't tighten it up anymore because it actually like it gets kind of hung up. Like once I tighten it up, I'll go like this and then it'll kind of like slowly go down. So I don't want it to get stuck open. So I'd rather just have it like hanging over here a little bit than, God forbid, wrecking this thing. But yeah, as you can see now, it's like super, flips right back down. But you know, before it would like get kind of hung up, you know, like slowly go down. I don't want to mess around. So that's pretty safe there. Got to wrap up the brakes still. Got the lines, got custom lines made. The back one is actually in down below there. I haven't run underneath the car, so I just got to basically run the front ones. And then I got to measure for some custom 3AN lines to go to the master and the rear proportioning. And that's it for this. So all the air ride's done. I'm gonna show you how it works. It's actually really cool. It's definitely a cool feature. Hate the sunroof, but it is what it is. Don't look too bad. Like we painted all the edge black. So this is all painted black. Kind of flows. If you don't really like look up there, it's not too bad. But I tried getting rid of it, and it just turned out to be a shit show. So it is what it is. IROC badges are on. I got custom Z28 emblems, 3 coming, and another custom front emblem coming. Should hopefully have it this week coming up. Not going to mention what it is now, but it's actually really cool. You guys will see when the time comes. But the black and gold just came out insane. And one thing I did, and I'm kind of glad I did, is I'm kind of seeing other cars out there. I did the sides of the wing black, painted to match, so the car kind of flows versus kind of like breaking up with the carbon fiber. I mean, the carbon fiber is cool. You still see it up here, but I feel like the sides are carbon. It kind of stands out a little bit too much. But I feel like, you know, with it in black, I mean, you could just see it's, it just flows, like the whole side of the car really flows now versus having like the breakup of the carbon. And got the parachutes on there. I actually just got it stuffed with a bunch of rags right now. I don't have the actual bag in there. And this is pretty cool. I had made gabagool in gold. This is the safety pin. Back came out really nice. Tail lights are tinted. There's the on-off button. It's all steady state electric. So it's actually on right now. And I'll show you how the lights work too. The lights came out really nice. Messing with these windows are actually really a pain in the ass because I switched it over from manual to power, and like adjusting everything has been, I spent like a day. It's really a pain in the ass, but I got power windows now, which is cool. There is the display for the air. So if I want to go to ride height, I just see it's got a preset. And it lifts the car up. So you can see it's up now. And then if I want to drop it down, just slams it back down. I'll try to get a better video of somebody else's video on when I do it. It's actually pretty cool though. And then if I want to go all the way up, if I have like get in a trailer or whatever, this is like super high. And you can see how it's like monster truck status there. But slam down is the best way to do it. So definitely cool. And I got all the Holley stuff set up. So this is the ignition switch, and then it turns on. You can hear the fuel pump priming. There's no fuel in there right now. Just does a 5-second prime, and then it's got all the gauges on the Holley screen. So you can kind of see it says stall right now, but ready to fire up. So I just got to get a tune and some fuel, and it's ready to go. Show you the lights. Haven't mounted this thing yet. This is the light switch right now. I'm gonna switch it over to the 3rd gen one up in here. Just haven't mounted that yet, but I'll show you parking lights first. Actually, before I do that, blinkers, right and left. It's the Motion Works billet switch. It's actually really cool. So this is parking lights. So the headlights came out really cool. They're amber halos. And then I'll turn on the headlights. They're super, super bright. But I think it's better to be brighter than not as bright. I have all 4 powered up on low beam. And then I also did the same on high beam. Turn these off. I'll just disconnect those from the low beams, and then have all 4 on high beam when I need high beams. But I'd rather other people get blinded. If anything, I'd rather be able to see. My other car is like a shit show at night because like it doesn't even have high beams. the way those other lights were made. But then this is side beams. I don't know if you can tell the difference from the video, but it's definitely bright. And people are gonna ask, but these lights, believe it or not, Amazon. So I'll put the link in the description. Couldn't believe it. I took a shot. They were cheap, and they actually are really nice for what they are. All in all, I got to do the carpet and door panels and stuff once I finalize these the window tracks. They're honestly a really pain in the ass. So if anyone's done them, leave a comment saying how hard it is to align everything. Especially, I also had to put new glass in, so it's kind of like a fresh start, like all around. Because these side windows were damaged during paint; they got scratched up. Same thing with this back one over here, but I'm not even gonna mess around. I'm gonna try to order a special compound, try to lighten these up a little bit. And there's all sorts of welding slag, I guess from the last guy that owned the car. You can really see it now with the tint, but it is what it is, unless I could find a really good, rear window hatch, but then I have to get everything painted. I don't know. We'll see what happens if it really bothers me. But yeah, it definitely came out really, really nice. Exceeded all expectations as far as looks. Can't wait to hear it run. I was hoping I was going to fire it up yesterday or today, but it's all good. I'd rather wait and make sure everything's right on it. I mean, I've waited this long. What's another few days? But I got the front end all lined up nice. Lines look really good. And I'm excited. It's getting there. So basically, once it's running, get it tuned, and I got to get it sent to the exhaust shop. I'm just gonna do like a dumped exhaust right before the rear, kind of like turned down on an angle. And I know it's gonna probably make a mess with dust and stuff, but I think it'll sound the best. And I don't want tailpipes on this car. And then just button up a bunch of little stuff. Obviously the interior and little punch list items. Once I get those flaps, I can put those flaps in, the new flaps. That's really it. Honestly, it's pretty much there. So came out amazing. Appreciate everyone's feedback on it. I'm gonna put my Instagram on here. A lot of guys hit me up on Instagram asking me about videos on YouTube. Sorry for the delay on that. Like I said, dealing with a bunch of stuff. Still got to do a final video for Shane's car. That thing's running. It's actually pretty badass. And we got to do a couple of troubleshooting things on that car in the spring as soon as the weather breaks. And then this one, can't wait to get it on the road. I mean, we're about to get slammed with snow, so who the hell knows when. But it'll happen sooner than later. And I'm already set up to go to a big show down in Outer Banks with this car, first week of May. So hopefully I could get to go to that one. I mean, I know the car will be done. We'll just see what's going on business-wise. And that's it. So stay tuned, and definitely I'll have another video up in the next week. This car will be running within the next 7 days, and I will definitely put a video up of the first start. And I appreciate you guys hanging in there, and hopefully I'll make some more videos coming soon. But definitely see you soon. Thanks.